Welcome to the Balanced Blood Sugar Podcast, where we focus on everyday wellness for everyone. I'm Adrienne Wheat, a registered nurse, here to share tips, habits, and lifestyle shifts that can help you feel your best by stabilizing blood sugar and improving your overall health. Everything we discuss is designed for general health and routine education because everyone deserves to feel empowered with the right information. But I'm not your personal nurse, so make sure to check with your healthcare provider before making any changes. Let's dive into today's episode. Happy New Year, friends, and welcome back to the Balanced Blood Sugar Podcast. I'm Adrienne, your host, and I am so excited to kick off 2025 with you. We took a little break to prioritize our self-care and some time with family and friends over the holidays and encouraged you to do the same. So I hope you had a wonderful holiday season as well, filled with some rest, self-care, and some good old family and friend time. Because taking time to recharge is so important. So now, with the new year, it is the perfect time to start to reflect, reset, and refocus for the days ahead. But let's be honest for a moment. How many New Year's resolutions have we set in the past only to feel devastated by February because we completely fell off the wagon and totally missed it? It's not because we don't want to change. Usually, it's because we don't set ourselves up for success. So in this episode, we're talking about progress, not perfection, when it comes to setting goals and resolutions for a healthier 2025. Because you see, most resolutions are too vague, too big, or not actionable. So that's why today we're going to focus on SMART goals and vision mapping, two tools that will help you set realistic goals and create a roadmap to achieve them. But first, let's ground this in wisdom from Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision and make it plain, so he may run who reads it. Writing your vision isn't just about dreaming big. It's about creating clarity and focus so that you can run your race with success. When you make your goals plain and actionable, you're more likely to succeed. And when you write them down, you're even more likely to accomplish them. So here's what we'll cover today: how to use backward vision planning to map out your year, SMART goals, and some examples of two key health goals that align with living a more balanced life. Number 1, lowering your A1C, and number 2, boosting your energy. I'll also share tips for creating a vision board or other tools to help you stay on track. So grab a notebook or your favorite journal and let's get started. So let's talk backward planning. Backward planning is like reverse engineering your success. Instead of starting with, what do I need to do today? You start with, what do I want to have accomplished by the end of the year? Then you break that big goal into smaller steps that you can tackle each month, week, or even day. So how it works. First, we're going to visualize your goal. Imagine it's December 2025. What's changed? What do you want your life to look like by the end of the year? What do you want to have accomplished? Maybe you've lowered your A1C, or you have more energy, or you just feel more confident about your health choices. First off, you just have to visualize what that major goal is that you want for the end of the year. And then number 2, we're going to break it down. We're going to work backward from the big goal, and we're going to think about what needs to happen by September, June, and March. And then we're going to create action steps. For each quarter, like every 3 months, we're going to list 2 to 3 specific actions that we will do that will move us toward those goals. So let's say your goal is to lower your A1C by 1 to 2 points. So by December, you want to see those results in your lab work. Now to get there, you might start by tracking your blood sugar before and after meals in January, and then make that a habit. Remember the Charlotte Mason habit training that we discussed in episode 14? We're going to harness that. We're going to hack your brain. And by focusing on making your actions for each quarter into habits, your quarters will build on each other, creating your success snowball. Okay, can you visualize that with me? So then by March, you're going to shift your focus to making food swaps based on the blood sugar data that you've been gathering in the first quarter. And then you're going to start eating more protein and fiber at meals, okay? Then by June, maybe you can start adding some light post-meal walks or activity. So each step builds on the last so that by December, you've reached your goals in a sustainable step-by-step manner that focuses on building small habits that lead to big changes. Okay? So let's talk about some tools for vision planning and writing the vision, as scripture talks about in Habakkuk. One of your options could be a vision board. I'm going to do that this year and I'm super excited about it. We're going to create a board with magazine clippings or motivational quotes or images that represent your goals. Canva is a fantastic place to find just random images you can print off, or you can grab some from a magazine or newspaper, and then place that vision board somewhere where you get to see it daily. Okay? The second option, and you can kind of incorporate it into the first one, is quadrant planning. So you can divide a vision board or a journal page into 4 quadrants, one for each quarter. And you're going to write your big goal in the center and then use each section to outline your steps per quarter. So it's all on one page or vision board. Another option is a goal planner, like the Full Focus Planner, or there's some other one out there as well. You could use a journal, a planner, or a calendar to map out your quarterly and monthly action steps. And then for daily things, you have tracking tools. You can download habit trackers to print off. There's a lot of them on Google for free, or phone apps that you can use to monitor your progress on daily habits like hydration, meals, or blood sugar readings. So writing or visualizing your vision isn't about just getting organized. It's about making your goals tangible. A vision board or planner serves as a daily reminder of what you're working towards. And you can make it personal and inspiring. You can use colors, quotes, or images that speak to you. And the more engaging your vision tools are, the more motivated you'll be to stay on track. And who knows? Maybe you want to reward yourself at the end of the year. If you hit your goals, maybe, you take a staycation and spa day and you're home, whatever it is that you're looking towards, make sure that you put that on your vision board to keep you motivated. So next we're going to talk about those action steps that we're going to use inside our quarterly goal. So you have your big goal, break it down into 4 quarters, which should be about 3 months. And then inside your quarter goal, we're going to make SMART goals. So SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goals. They turn your vision into actionable steps. Your brain loves specifics. So SMART goals are another way to hack your brain into working towards a goal. So you end up working with your brain, and the way your brain works, brains don't really like vague things. So you can hack your brain with SMART goals, and your brain goes, oh, hey, we're closer to that one than we were yesterday, because your brain has a way of measuring it, and your brain loves that. So for example, if your vision includes improving your A1C, that's fairly vague. But a SMART goal towards that goal might be, I'm going to track my blood sugar before and after one meal daily for the next week. Okay, so that's specific. You're going to track one meal a day. It's measurable. You're going to record your blood sugar levels. It's attainable. You only need to track one meal. We're not overhauling our whole life right now. It's relevant. It helps you to understand what your body's responses are to specific foods, especially if you write down the foods eaten as well as the blood sugar levels on the same tracker. And it's time bound. It's limited to 1 week. Okay, so you have a goal for 1 week. Let's hit it. Then maybe you can do 2 weeks, and maybe you can do 3 weeks. Like I said, the goal is to take these SMART goals, turn them into habits, so by the end of that quarter, you have built some sustainable habits to build on for the next one, okay? SMART goals work because they focus your efforts and make progress measurable. Instead of saying, I want to feel better, you say, here's what I'm going to do to feel better. I'm going to do this, 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 this. And then you're able to actually see yourself progress towards your goals. And we all love to feel successful. So when we can tangibly see that and celebrate that, it gives us the momentum to keep going. So your end of your year goals, let's talk about those and break them down into quarterly goals. Then you can break these down into SMART goals. So let's use 2 examples. Okay, so the first one's going to be lower my A1C by 1 to 2 points by December. Okay, so the goal is to reduce A1C by the end of December through consistent habits and be measured by a doctor checkup at least in December. Okay, so a quarter 1 goal might be overall, I want to get to tracking my blood sugar before and after meals daily and identify trends. That might be one SMART goal inside of your quarter 1 goals. Your quarter 1 goals can have 2 to 3 SMART goals that you're working on. You just want to work on them one at a time so that over that course of 3 months, they become a habit. Okay, so one of the goals in Q1 might be to track your blood sugar before and after meals and identify trends, okay? That might be one goal you can work towards. In quarter 2, you might start adding some blood sugar balancing meal habits like swapping foods or eating protein first and adding fiber. Some of those other tips and tricks we've talked about, start with 1. Remember, 1 habit at a time. And then in Q3, you can start incorporating some light activity, such as a 10-minute walk every day or after meals. And then in quarter 4, you can focus on increasing those things, increasing your activity level or increasing the amount of blood sugar-friendly foods that you're eating. And then you can schedule a follow-up with your doctor to check your A1C and see how you did. If you want to do another checkup throughout the year, go for it. If you can find an awesome A1C calculator, I think there's some of those out there, go for it, But by breaking the vision into smaller chunks, it's easier to see how manageable it is. So I suggest you take your year-end goal, you break it into quarterly goals, and then break those quarterly goals, kind of lay them out as SMART goals, okay? So let's take another look at a different goal. So let's see, our year-end goal is we wake up with more energy by addressing hydration, sleep, and blood sugar. That's our year-end goal. Our year-end goal is to have more energy. So in quarter 1, I'm going to focus on tracking water intake and aim for my 8 cups a day and start to incorporate electrolytes as needed to support a lower carb lifestyle. So maybe I'm working on my A1C goal and an improving energy goal. Maybe I'm working on them both at the same time. Or I can choose one or the other. In Q2 then, after I've increased my water and my electrolytes and made that a habit, Q2 I'm going to focus on creating a consistent bedtime routine and a better sleep environment in the bedroom and just start making that a habit. Then Q3, we're going to add some adjustments to our food options or timing so that we can avoid energy crashes during the day. And then in Q4, maybe we'll start adding some activity during the day to increase sleep quality at night, because the more activity you get during the day, usually the better you're going to sleep at night. So these 2 year-end goals can go hand in hand. You can have, 1 to 3 overall goals for the year. Lowering your A1C can often improve energy because it's caused by an increase in blood sugar. Well, because when you have an increase in blood sugar control, it helps your A1C and improve your energy. Better energy helps you stay consistent with healthy habits. So it all kind of works together. So if you want to take both of these goals and run with it, go for it. Figure out your SMART goals to go with it. If you want to choose different goals for your year, choose those. The main thing is just to break down those big goals that you want by the end of the year into small, sustainable action steps per quarter. Remember, focusing on one habit at a time allows you to build upon your success and reach your goals by the end of the year. And I know that one habit may seem like it's not a lot, but if you can get one habit at a time, and then by the end of the year, you have 12 new habits, that is way more than you had last year. How many of you failed in your New Year's resolutions last year? So even one new habit is a huge win over the year before. So if we can do one new habit and then just build on it month after month, that is so much more sustainable instead of trying to overhaul your whole life in January and failing by the end of February. So small steps equal big results if we can harness our brain's ability to create habits. And if you missed that episode, I encourage you to go check it out. It's episode 14 on how to hack your brain for better health. So if you missed that, do go back and listen to that so that you can harness this neuroplasticity for your New Year's resolutions. Okay, now, before the day gets crazy and you lose sight of everything we just talked about, I want you to take 10 minutes today to write your vision. So here's a prompt to get you started. By the end of 2025, I want to have achieved blank. Like I said, you can choose one goal, you can choose 2 to 3 goals. I want you to set aside time in your calendar after you write down this part to devote 30 minutes or more to writing out your full vision on a vision board or in a journal, to write down your quarterly goals so that you can reach your year-end goal. And those goals should be SMART goals, at least for the first quarter. But ideally for each quarter of the year, choose 2 to 3 SMART goals. And I know that sounds like a lot, but use the examples from this episode. And once you get going, it won't feel as overwhelming. And if you need some ideas for more SMART goals, don't forget to look in the Get Started guide that has the checklist of small action steps and a SMART goals section to help you plan your goals. So I think that's enough action steps for this week, but if you're feeling really gung-ho and you're ready to go, you can choose your first SMART goal for Q1 and get started this week as well. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. And I'd love to hear what your goals are for the new year, so feel free to leave a comment or review or shoot me an email. I'd love to hear what your plans are for the year. So thank you for joining me today on the Balanced Blood Sugar Podcast. Remember, vision without action is just a dream. So let's make 2025 the year we turn our visions into reality, one small, consistent step at a time.